Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. And today I want to talk about entity-based optimization in modern SEO or AI SEO. Once upon a time, search engines were simple creatures. They counted words, weighed links, and rewarded whoever repeated the same phrase most often. Best Italian restaurant in New York might have appeared a dozen times on a single page, and the algorithm would obediently oblige. But that age of mechanical repetition has passed. Today's search engines have grown up smarter, suspicious, more human in their curiosity. They no longer hunt for words, they hunt for meaning. Entity-based optimization in AI SEO is the quiet revolution inside the web. It's not about what you say anymore. It's about who and what you're talking about. In the world of artificial intelligence driven search, the fundamental unit of understanding is not the keyword, but the entity. What I mean is a person, a place, a product, a concept. Google's knowledge graph, born in 2012 and steadily refined through algorithms like BERT and MOM, is essentially a living encyclopedia of these entities and the intricate web of relationships among them. If you type Apple, AI doesn't just shrug and guess. It asks itself, are you hungry or holding an iPhone? Context decides. The company or the fruit becomes the relevant entity depending on what else surrounds the term. The other words, the metadata, the pages you've clicked before, well, entity-based SEO is the art of teaching these AI systems to understand which apple you mean before you have to say it. This approach turns content creation into a kind of semantic choreography. Each phrase, hyperlink, and a schema tag helps the AI see a clearer picture of reality. Next time, if someone says SEO is dead, link building is dead, you gotta tell them and show them this video because it's not. None of it. And whoever says SEO is dead, link building is dead, they have zero knowledge in optimization. They just like a parrot repeat the naysayers' dialogues. Okay? So when you describe, let's give an example about me. When you describe an author like myself, Maria Johnsen, for instance, the entity optimization ensures that my identity as an AI engineer, filmmaker, and author of neural networks coheres into a single, verifiable profile that lives not just on my website, but in the vast connective tissue of the web. It's the difference between being mentioned online and being recognized by the machines that interpret it. Search engines now read between the lines. They are smart. I've been always talking about how dumb machine is, but the type of algorithm that is given to search engines is different. Search engines don't just look at text, they measure how ideas relate. In this ecosystem, structure matters, schema markup, a sort of metadata Esperanto for the web, helps AI crawlers, spiders, understand that Maria Johnsen is a person Golden Ray Media is an organization and neural networks is a book. Each connection strengthens an entity's signal like threads woven tighter into a single tapestry of meaning. Traditional SEO was about shouting loudly enough to be noticed in the past. Entity optimization is about speaking clearly enough to be understood by the AI. It rewards coherence, not volume. A well-optimized page no longer needs to repeat, let's say, digital marketing expert, multilingual digital marketing, SEO, plumbing in London. It only needs to prove it by aligning itself with recognized entities in the same semantic neighborhood. The implications stretch beyond Google's blue links. Voice assistants, chatbots, and AI-driven recommendation systems all depend on the same framework of entities and relationships. When you ask your phone, who is the filmmaker who writes about AI ethics? The AI doesn't shift through billions of raw keywords. It combs through a knowledge panel, knowledge graph of people, works, and reputations. If your entity data is precise and connected, you might be the answer it finds. To optimize for entities is to think like a librarian of the future. You're not simply arranging words, you're classifying meaning. The process starts with identifying your core entities, what or who defines your digital presence. Then you confirm their credibility through structured data, authoritative citations, and consistent references across platforms. You interlink related ideas so the AI can map your expertise, and you write naturally because AI now values the texture of human language more than formulaic optimization tricks. The metric that matters most in this new order is salience, meaning how central an entity is to the story your content tells. A page that drifts off topic weakens its signal. You know, I mean, if you are doing business in clothing, for example, you make clothing, right? Summer clothing, for example, everything about summer clothing should link into your business. So when you're talking about summer clothing and then you throw in the middle winter clothing, then it confuses and weakens your authority. So you have to gain the authority within your business, whether it is being musician or pop singer or amateur singer, musician, music composer, or writer, author, or SEO expert. See, everything you do should give meaning and should be understood by AI, both human and AI. But here, AI should understand the meaning of it and the level and degree of authority, and then you have to interlink these entities to develop this quality that you need to be presented across AI search engines. That's why I'm saying a page that drifts off topic weakens its signal. One that stays anchored in a clearly defined entity builds what? Trust. Over time, a site rich in coherent, interlinked entities develops what Google quietly calls topical authority. That's the new currency of visibility, topical authority. In an era when AI tools summarize, paraphrase, and answer questions directly, entity based optimization becomes less about ranking and more about existence. If you're not a recognized entity, you risk being invisible to the machines mediating human curiosity. So the next frontier of SEO is oddly humanistic. I'm sorry to say that. It asks us to clarify who we are, what we mean, and how our ideas connect to the broader world. Entity based optimization is the architecture of understanding the bridge between language and logic, between how humans speak and how AI listens. To optimize for entities in the end is to write not just for search engines, but for intelligence itself. You get what I'm talking about? What I'm saying? Good. Until next time, have a good